Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. It is a privilege to speak about parental alienation, an issue too often hidden in private. I will explore what parental alienation means, how it can lead to complex post-traumatic stress disorder, CPTSD, in both child and parent, and how we can begin to heal from the trauma caused by narcissistic abuse. Parental alienation is the systematic manipulation of a child's perception of one parent, often orchestrated by the other. It goes beyond normal conflict. When one parent repeatedly undermines the child's relationship with the other, planting seeds of doubt or hostility, they sever an essential emotional bond. This is not a minor disagreement. It is emotional abuse and manipulation, inflicting deep wounds. The child is placed in a position where they feel compelled to choose sides, fearing disapproval or punishment if they express love for the targeted parent. Such emotional severance has severe consequences. Both child and targeted parent can develop CPTSD, trauma arising from prolonged abuse within a close relationship. Unlike PTSD from a single event, CPTSD involves layers of shame, self-doubt, hypervigilance, and difficulty forming healthy attachments. A child coerced into rejecting a parent may experience chronic confusion, guilt, and shame. Their view of family and trust can be permanently altered. The targeted parent endures isolation, grief, and fear, often wondering whether they deserve the pain inflicted upon them. At the heart of many parental alienation cases is narcissistic abuse. Narcissistic individuals need control and see their children as extensions of themselves. They view the other parent as a threat and manipulate the child to maintain power. By weaponizing love and loyalty, they coerce the child into becoming an emotional soldier, carrying out their agenda. Over time, the child may internalize the abusive messages until they genuinely believe the targeted parent is unworthy of love or trust. How do we recover from parental alienation and CPTSD? First, awareness is vital. If you suspect your child is being alienated, or if you feel rejected, know that this is not your fault. Recognizing that what is happening is abuse and not a personal failure is the first step toward healing. Seek a mental health professional trained in trauma and family systems therapy. Therapies like EMDR or trauma-focused CBT can help process loss and betrayal, desensitize traumatic memories, and build coping skills. Family therapy, when safely structured, can sometimes facilitate conversation, though the alienating parent may resist participation at first. Rebuilding self-worth and coping with grief is essential for the targeted parent. A therapist can guide you through the stages of grief, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance, while helping you cultivate resilience. Practice self-compassion. Acknowledge your pain, but avoid self-blame. Learn to set firm boundaries with the alienating parent. Keep communication focused on the child's needs and avoid emotional entanglement. Develop a personal recovery plan that includes mindful breathing exercises, journaling, and gradually reconnecting to activities you once enjoyed. Legal action may be necessary, but it can be complex and emotionally draining. Document every instance of alienating behavior, texts, emails, missed visits, and harmful statements to your child. Keep records of canceled plans and any direct quotes you hear your child repeating. Present a clear, factual record to family court. Work with a lawyer experienced in alienation cases. You might petition for custody modification, request supervised visitation, ask the court to mandate family therapy, or seek sanctions against the alienating parent. In some jurisdictions, a parenting coordinator or guardian ad litem may be appointed to assess the child's best interests. How long before a child might return to the alienated parent? There is no set timeline. Each situation is unique. Reunification depends on the child's age, the depth and duration of alienation, the personalities of both child and parents, and the quality of interventions. Younger children may adapt more readily when reintroduced to the targeted parent with loving guidance, while older children or adolescents may resist longer. Some families see progress within months of consistent therapy and safe contact. Others may take years. The key is to remain patient, celebrate small steps, and understand that setbacks do not erase the overall progress. Self-care for both parent and child is not optional. It is essential. Chronic stress from alienation and CPTSD affects mental and physical health. Sleep disturbances, digestive issues, tension, and emotional numbness can occur. Build a support network, friends, family, counselors who can help you stay grounded. Establish healthy routines, regular exercise to release tension, balanced nutrition to support body and mind, mindfulness practices to stay present, and proper sleep to maintain resilience. When possible, schedule brief moments of relaxation, listening to music, taking a short walk to interrupt the cycle of stress. Children who have been alienated need a safe emotional environment to unpack their trauma. If you work with an alienated child, as a therapist, teacher, or concerned family member, offer empathy, patience, and consistency. The child may be fiercely loyal to the alienating parent, and any approach that feels judgmental can trigger resistance. Instead, validate the child's feelings and create a space where they can explore their confusion, naming the emotions without pressure. Help them see that loving both parents is possible and that they were never responsible for the conflict itself. Educating schools, extended families, and communities is also critical. When teachers, coaches, or relatives understand the signs, sudden refusal to visit one parent, parroting negative statements, hostility without clear cause, or extreme mood swings, they can become allies. A teacher who notices a child's withdrawal or declining grades might gently check in, providing a safe space to share. Reporting suspected alienation to Child Protective Services may be necessary if the child's safety or emotional well-being is at serious risk. Each concerned adult in a child's life can play a part in safeguarding their mental health. In addition to therapy and legal support, many national and local resources offer help for affected families. Helplines, online forums, workshops, and peer-led groups can connect you with professionals and others who have walked this path. Some community centers provide pro bono counseling or sliding scale fees. Telehealth sessions may be available, making specialized care more accessible. Remember, you do not have to navigate this journey alone. Reaching out is a sign of strength. To any parent here feeling the pain of rejection, your love for your child remains powerful even if it is not reciprocated now. Your persistence and willingness to fight for your relationship testify to your resilience. Honor your feelings of grief and anger, but remember that compassion, both for yourself and for your child, can guide you. Seek ways to remain a positive presence in your child's life. Leave artwork, letters, or voice recordings, even if you receive no immediate response. Over time, these gestures can remind your child that your love is unconditional and that you stand ready when they are able to reconnect. For children and families already on the path to healing, celebrate every milestone, no matter how small, a visit without tears, an honest conversation, or an acknowledgement of false beliefs. A child who once refused to send a drawing now shares a doodle. This is progress. Healing is not linear. There will be days of hope and days of despair. On difficult days, remind yourself that recovery is possible, that each moment of authentic connection is a building block, and that even when setbacks occur, you are moving forward. In closing, parental alienation and its resulting CPTSD are serious life-altering issues born of narcissistic abuse. We must bring them out of the shadows with vigilance, compassion, and action. Behind every case is a child's wounded heart and a parent's desperate hope for reconciliation. Yet through truth, professional therapy, legal recourse, community education, and unwavering support, we can restore what was lost. Let us commit to supporting those fighting to reclaim their families, to educating our communities, and to advocating for legal protections that prioritize children's mental health and familial bonds. Thank you for listening. May we all work together to bring healing, justice, and hope to families affected by parental alienation. If you want to learn more, consider attending our workshops or speaking with local specialists who can provide personalized guidance. Together, we can build a future where no child is forced to choose and every family can heal.